All right, we are back with my week 4 league game. This time, I got Huggy Bear from Sweden. You may know him as the co-host of Masters of the Multiverse podcast, and he is a ex-world champion from WTC. So him and his team won the first year. So very cool. Happy to do the game with him. He is playing. Can rewind a bit. He is playing Sam Avengers. He has Nick Fury, Rescue, and Hawkeye, and Iron Man here, which is Shield. He has an eye in the sky, but I don't see other Shield cards, so I'm going to assume that this is just mono Avengers. In fact, all of them are Avengers except Nick, so. Okay, this is like the Sam Spam list that I've seen Nate from Taco Truck talking about, where it plays like really wide, bunch of damage reduction models. Sam is a leader, you have like Rescue, Iron Man, Drax. So I was excited to get a game into it. I haven't played against it yet. So I won first priority. I am going to take my secures to avoid pay to flips. I actually kind of luck out here and I draw Meteors and Triangle, which are both 3 points, which is definitely what I want to see into his team. His team's definitely trying to play objective. So slowing the game down as much as possible is good for me. He ends up taking the Triangle, which is cool. I don't feel like I get to play Triangle that much. I end up drawing Spider Infected and samples from his list. I hate playing Spider Infected just with every list in the game, so I'm just going to play samples. I enjoy samples. I think it's one of AMG's best designed extracts. I was looking at my squads. I currently can't play 6 wide at 20 here. I think I'm going to try to tweak the list to enable that. I think that's probably a hole. I'm kind of expecting him to play Moondragon and Shang and then Sam and fill the rest. And I think that could actually be a big problem for me. Moondragon can just like mind gem my characters off portals and points and stuff, and it can be pretty tough. But I was going to run Defenders anyway just to test it out. If I lose, I lose. It's whatever. So expecting him to just play a bunch of displacement models, I brought Indom and Warpath. Warpath is really good into like enemy Sam Wilson or Iron Man. Where they push you around. You can walk back on the objectives. Sacrifice, obviously, and then portals, because that's the point of this list. And I brought Mystic Ward this game. I don't bring Mystic Ward very often, but basically, Mystic Ward is here to control the extracts, because there's probably going to be a time where, like, I need a character to kill something, but they're holding an extract already, and I'm not able to pick it up, so we Mystic Ward it. We know he's going to be 6 or 7 wide, so I'll be able to pick it up with priority in the next round after it's warded if needed. So, and also ward slows the game down more, so definitely the play here. Like I said, I'm expecting him to play 6 wide with Shang and Moondragon. He ends up playing 7 wide with all the 3s plus Toad. So pretty cool. Haven't played against a 7 wide list in forever. I assume that's why he took the 20, because he could have played Meteors and then we would have been stuck on 17. The other samples behind this building, I took the wrong board edge like a dummy. I didn't put the tokens down first and look at it, and I know the rules say you have to pick a board edge before you put the tokens down, but you can just like pre-measure where things would be and see. So I don't really understand that rule. Regardless, I took the wrong side because this part of the triangle is behind cover and this sample is behind a building. So it would have just been better if I had the other side, but whatever, we can play through it. So basically my plan is just like in the other game, Blue Marvel and Strange are going to one walk to the secure and just be ready to rock on the second round with the portal. Ideally, if I win second prio, Toad is going to grab one of these extracts, whichever one is like makes him commit a model into my team. So like with Blue Marvel and Strange on this side of the table, I probably would grab the other one. And then I'm going to have Shang play the middle part of the triangle because he's really good at winning like 1v2. He can sometimes win 1v3. And then Echo's just going to go where she needs to go. Debating an Echo deployment, but there's not really anything for her to shoot. So just going to hold her. Or I take that back. No, I'm going to put her in front of this sample because I'll have Toad go grab the other one, and she'll be able to walk and shoot whatever it grabs in front of this thing. If he picks up the other side with second prio, I'll just have Echo take that sample. She can get stealth on the next to the building. So yeah, I'm gonna put Shang here so he can play the middle part of the triangle. Again, I don't really care much about how he deploys. There's not really any kind of matchup weirdness going on. Like, Hawkeye's gonna be able to shoot my characters no matter what. I can't really do anything about that. All I can do is, like, go into Hawkeye after round 1. But I have to just, like, I kind of just have to trust that Hawkeye's not going to kill my models. I just have to trust that his 5 dice is just not going to cut it enough. Because, like, his list doesn't have any dice mods. Okay, so I roll bad on second prio and don't get it. So, kind of annoying. If I won second prio, I definitely would have ran Echo to grab this thing in front of his Toad to force him to come get this. But actually, maybe in hindsight, it probably would have been better just to have my Toad grab this side anyway, because then I force his Toad into here. I would much rather deal with dazing his Toad than dazing his Drax, because he probably would send Drax to go get this thing. So, actually, probably losing second prio prevented me from making a misplay. So yeah, he's gonna send Toad to go grab this thing. I mean, honestly, I kind of like not having Toad get this thing, and you still send Drax to go get this thing, and then Toad grabs your home sample. But because you're still not getting the bonus VP right now. Now I could misplay and attack Toad, and then he could slippery and get the bonus VP, which would be a mistake. So like, we're not gonna do that. All right, so yeah, I have to go counter with my Toad now. On the bright side, I get to stand on this building, but into Hawkeye, he just pays for trick shot. I don't get cover, so again, just have to trust that 5 dice Hawkeye attack's not going to one-shot my Toad. I had pre-measured like a shot. There's really no way to avoid this. So just going to stand wherever. The cool part is if I don't die, then I can slippery and get the bonus VP. So the upside's like definitely, I think, in my favor. Now he could obviously just not make the attack, in which case I don't really care either. The longer Toad is able to operate uninterrupted, the better for me. So I activate my Toad. Yeah, so he sees obviously that his Hawkeye can shoot, but there's not really like a reason to do that right now. So it's probably just going to be a bunch of activations. So he's measuring just to make sure he doesn't like walk into a Doctor Strange attack on round 1. This is like pretty easy to do. You just stand on the back side of this triangle. So, gonna walk Drax to here. He makes sense. I mean, Drax is not gonna be making any attacks this round anyway. Yeah, see, so this is like this is what I'm saying. Like, Drax is probably better on the midline than Toad is, and you have Toad on the back point or something. You could have Toad like stand range 2 away, like back and by this farm, and like he doesn't need to be on secure because you have other characters on secure. It probably would just be better. Your extracts would be safer. It's a lot harder for me to deal with Drax than Toad. So yeah. I end up passing here because he has 5 activations to my 4. There's really no reason for me to activate. Again, nobody can make attacks into each other. I can make an attack into this Toad, but the thing is, I really don't want to shoot this Toad right now because the math says he slipperies, gets the victory point from the bonus VP. I don't kill him, and then rescue kind of like reverts damage later on. And I give Toad power, which turns on Hero's Fire. So then I have to interact with his Hero's Fire. So ideally, my plan is to go through the portal on round 2 and blow him up with Blue Marvel, because Toad is not going to have 2 power if I don't roll dice into him on round 2 to pay for heroes. So we're just going to leave Toad here and just trade VPs this round. Yeah, because like on round 2, I can go through the portal. I can like shoot Sam or something like that, or something that's close that isn't Drax or whatever, and then I can hopefully build power, throw terrain at Toad like this horse or something, and then shoot him and hopefully kill him. And then I can like Mystic Ward the objective so that he can't pick it up. I can get it with priority next round because Blue Marvel's probably going to grab the sample. So yeah, Blue Marvel's going to grab the sample here. I don't really want to put that sample on Echo because she's really good at retrieving samples from them, and she's a lot easier to daze. So having the sample on Blue Marvel makes it relatively safe, and like I really just like can't afford to be chased. I want to chase Extracts as little as possible. So like my win condition here is like keep what I have, daze his Toad, and then play parity. So yeah, he just gonna move characters up. He can't really make any attacks. He can't really push up. I don't think it's worth giving Doctor Strange any attacks. I'm just gonna put Strange on the point because he's not gonna get any attacks anyways. All I need to do is make sure that I'm not gonna get shield thrown on round 1 by Sam. Can just sit as far back as possible. There isn't really a reason to push up. Yeah, so we got Iron Man. Again, Iron Man can't really shoot anything, so he's just going to walk on the middle. Iron Man has DR. You kind of want him in the thick of things anyways, so it's fine. And like Shang is deployed such that I can walk and jump kick into the Iron Man, so you can't really avoid the attack. You might as well get cover on the cart. I think the cart's size 2. So yeah, because I explained the earlier with why I'm not shooting Toad, because I don't want to give him the bonus VP. I don't want to give him Heroes for Hire. I would rather just have a bigger dice pool open on round 2 and just kill Toad outright. So I'm just going to park Echo on this point. She doesn't need to be on the secure. I actually am going to backstop Blue Marvel and Strange with her because she'll still be on the portal when it comes down, and that way if like I activate them not early or something, the shield throw or Iron Man shots like can't push me really, or it's harder to push me. I don't believe Sam can shoot anything here. Looks like he's measuring range 4 for Ricochet Blast. Ricochet Blast definitely something I have to be careful of with Shang. I can randomly just get got by it. I don't have Recal obviously because his list is not super offensive, so I just need as many cards as I can to interact with scoring. I'm not really worried about dying. All right, yeah. So he's decided to walk up Hawkeye and shoot this Toad and see what happens. I mean, the thing is, if I get one-shot Hawkeye, I can hook arrow and grab the thing, which is pretty cool. So block 1, Hawkeye rolls out of his mind, and my Toad is dead. So nightmare scenario for me. On the flip side, though, he pays for trick shot. I don't get cover. I think I was dead even with my block and cover. Yeah, I was. So on the bright side, he cannot. I get the bonus VP now because I only have 1 extract on the secure, so I actually don't lose any VPs here. He just gains 1 more, so it's not that bad. The annoying part is I just have more things I have to chase. Like I would much rather not have to deal with Hawkeye. So yeah, I'm gonna walk Shang and jump kick this Iron Man because top of next round I'm gonna go into Hawkeye. Sam isn't too threatening to Shang usually, and if he wants to double walk Sam onto the point to score it, I'm fine with that. If he walks and makes an attack, also fine with that. If he like doesn't do damage to me, I can just walk onto I can stay on the objective. So I'm gonna just kick Iron Man and get the free attack. Yeah, roll pretty bad on it, but it's all good. No, actually, he didn't block anything. I do damage, get the hex. It's cool. All right. Looks like I can place on this cart, so we'll do that. In hindsight, that might not be a good play because I should probably push up a little farther because then if I get pushed by Sam, I can still charge into the Hawkeye, but you just got to believe that Sam's 4 dice aren't going to do anything. All right, so Sam's going to walk up. He's going to make the shield throw here. I think I personally would walk Sam onto the objective. Like, you would score it, and you don't have to roll dice. Whereas now you're rolling 4 dice into my Shang, in which case we tie if you miss. You score it if you do damage to me, and I don't burn Warpath. I think this is just a little greedy. I think you want your guy on the objective. So okay, well, we block. Yeah, so see, now he's not on the point, and we tie this, which is pretty good for me. He's got nothing to ricochet to. So despite my Toad being one shot on round 1, I'm actually like, I don't actually hate this board state that much. What is annoying though is I have to, my plans to like portal into this Toad are kind of delayed now. Like I was hoping to just open with priority and do that. But now I have to like, I kind of have to deal with Hawkeye. I can't just like let him shoot me twice, hook arrow into like Hero's Fry or something. So it's probably going to be like an early Shang activation, which can be good, but it's still super dicey. I don't have Chi Mastery or anything, so I'm kind of just like, really need the 6 dice twice to come through. So I get the bonus VP now. I actually score 3. He gets the 4 because he doesn't get the bonus because of Hawkeye and Toad are not in range 2 of the secures. All right, gonna play portals here. Gonna do what we did last game where we kind of park it behind Strange and Blue Marvels so that we can be on the point. And like I said, I want to port Blue Marvel through here and just like kill this Toad with terrain throw and then shot. Hopefully he dies, and that way, and then ward it, and that way I don't have to play the chase game. In hindsight, I think this portal is not played correctly. I probably should have portaled to the midpoint, the mid part of the triangle. Kind of placing so that I don't, so that he like can't walk onto the portal, and also I don't give Toad cover. Okay, so that's where the portal went. Like I said, we have to wait on that. He still can't Heroes for Hire his Toad right now, so like I'm not, and he doesn't have Sacrifice, so like I can just shoot this Toad without any kind of interruption from him currently. I just had to make sure that my one shot is good, because if I don't kill him, I have to deal with Heroes for Hire and Slippery and Rescue and all this stuff, Sam leadership. So, all right, so here's where it's a little bit of dicey. Shang's just gonna go into this Hawkeye. The plan is to double tap Hawkeye, punch Iron Man off the point with 1 inch, and flow back onto the secure. All right, so we're gonna charge. Charging here. Mystic Punch into Hawkeye. He's got 2. Roll pretty terrible on it. We get to stagger. He rolled no blocks, so we did 1 damage. Not looking good. We'll hex him, because we're gonna make a second attack into him anyways. 1 inching Iron Man off the objective. He gets stunned because he gets sent into the cart. All right, punching Hawkeye again. Need 4 damage. Roll pretty good. The crits come in, so it becomes really good, and we actually get him. Okay, crisis mostly averted. So like Shang's definitely gonna pick this up because I can't let him activate a model to grab this thing, even though I kind of would want this thing to be on Toad. But even then, Toad is still kind of vulnerable to all of his charge models. I could have Toad like take this thing off Shang later, but the likelihood of that happening is kind of moot. So Toad's basically a useless model now. So I flow onto the point, and in one of the extracts, he has a Sam trigger. Looking like he's going to walk in front of Doctor Strange and make some shots into Strange, get him off the objective. That seems fine. Usually the way, a good plan into Defenders is to pressure Strange to activate. If you put damage into him or daze him. If you daze him, it's really good. If you put damage into him, you force him to activate to heal. And then you know that he's not going to heal anything else the rest of the round. So you're not playing around like anything I do gets reverted by healing. So yeah, he's gonna Friday AI into Strange. On the bright side, he is stunned, so we do stop a lot of power gen here. He placed out his Sam triggered outside of 4 of Shang, which maybe was a mistake. I'm not sure. Maybe you keep Iron Man outside 3, inside 4 of Shang, and you try to kill him, but it's tough because Iron Man has to push on the wild, and you have to make sure you don't push him out of range. So it's a little. And also, if you take 2 shots to kill him, you're probably not going to grab the thing unless you burn a symbol. So Toad can go grab it. So it is kind of weird. All right, yeah. So he's in a Friday shot into Strange. I could add dice from the secure, but we're not going to do that. I need power on Blue Marble to teleport, and I need Echo's charge money. So just gonna roll it. I got 4. Block nothing. Not great. He rolls 4. No wild though is really good. So I'm not dying, no wild, so I'm pretty happy about this. So I'll block 1, take 3. Get a power for the shield and for the soul gem because of Friday AI. All right, I'm gonna boost this shot. Echo can't even add dice on this anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna roll. Thinking about sacrifice here, but I kind of trust Strange to live through this. Rolling 6 dice with Agamotto. I really don't want to have Blue Marble get pushed off the point or something like that. All right, so we block 2. He rolls 4, so we actually live on 1. So we just keep this roll. It's all good. Yeah, so he's rolled wild this time. He's going to push me. I'm going to save Indom because Indom is really good against the Drax throw later on. I can just Warpath this attack because I took damage, so we'll just get value out of Warpath right now. All right, yeah, so Warpathing, back to where we were essentially. So now I kind of have to activate Strange here, which obviously I would love to not do that. I would love, like I said, I would love to send Marvel through the portal and kill his Toad, and then ward this extract, but I kind of have to activate the Strange now. I could send Strange through the portal and attack the Toad. The problem is my faith in Strange one-tapping the Toad is not good. I mean, I think it's insanely optimistic for that to happen, so... What's interesting, though, is that, if you notice, his entire team is kind of on his back point. Hawkeye's dazed, Iron Man's activated. Only model that can actually interact with where my Shang is Sam. Rescue can't do any damage. Iron Fist's too far away. Drax too far away. Toad's too far away. So I'm thinking about this. I'm like, I could send Iron Man through the portal, or sorry, send Strange through the portal. What do? I shoot things that are next to Rescue, which if I don't kill them, she heals it back. And my Doctor Strange is no longer scoring anything because he's not on any secures. He's also just away from everything. But I kind of have to activate Strange because he's on 1 health. So as intuitive as it sounds, I think it's correct to double walk him next to Shang and heal myself. What that does is it allows me to set up for next round and to protect Shang with dice boost and healing and stuff like that. So really unintuitive, but I like that line much better than having to interact with this pile of models that he has here in this back corner. I also force him to survival his Hawkeye next round, because I would definitely activate Strange into him top of the round. So activating Strange, gonna heal myself. And yeah, so you can see I'm thinking about this. I think just taking the portal and fighting this pile of models is just a giant mess. You have to deal with heroes for hire, rescue, damage reduction. It's just all a mess, and it's still too early to go into this Toad. So yeah, as weird as it seems, we're just gonna double walk to the mid triangle. Yeah, so here we go. What's cool is Shang is kind of backstopping, and this cart kind of backstop against the Sam. So maybe this side of the board wasn't so bad. So yeah, I don't know why I put myself outside of 3 of Hawkeye. That was a mistake. I should have been inside 3. Maybe I was trying to be inside 3 and I made a positioning error, but yeah. So yeah, see, now it's like, what does he activate, right? His Toad can't get power to turn on Heroes for Hire. He doesn't have sacrifice. So like there's nowhere for his Toad to go to be protected from one attack. And like none of his models are really threatening my characters at all. If I was him, I probably would send Sam into Toad. You ignore the cover. You can ricochet into Shang. And you can try to remove activations. But he ends up attacking Shang here. He's outside of 4. Or sorry, outside of 3, so I don't get blanks, but I end up blocking 3 anyways. I rolled a skull on the samples, so I get a power. He rolls a ricochet. He's going to ricochet into Toad. So this ends up working out for him. He gets to make an attack into Toad anyways. But yep, see, Sam rolls 1, I block 1, so nothing happens. Makes up for my Toad getting 1 shot. Yeah, so now, like, if Sam wants to attack Strange or Shang, I can just dice boost and prevent the damage, most likely, so I don't get pushed. That's really, like, all I care about is, like, not getting pushed. So he's throwing another shield at Shang-Chi. He's going to charge here. Probably to get into Heroes for Hire, because he wasn't before. So I think it's fine. I get a Soul Gem power for this. Gonna add dice here, obviously, to stop the push, hopefully. Block fine. He rolls bad, so no problem there. All right, so I can't pass. Actually, I can pass. I think I pass here. Yeah, so like none of my models are really threatened still, so we're just gonna pass. It's kind of the problem with the Sam list, right? It's like, yes, he's really tanky, but like it has a really hard time actually hurting anything. So unless you have a VP lead, which he does, but that's the thing with defenders, right? I have so much displacement. He doesn't really have any displacement. He has a Drax throw that isn't online. His Iron Man and his Sam displacement is dice dependent, and he doesn't have Rescue's card, so he can't move my characters. So he's kind of just like waiting for dice to do something, and it's hard when all your attacks are like 4 dice. Yep, so Toad's gonna walk behind this cart and still be within range 2 of the secure for the bonus VP. So I'm just gonna activate my Toad's basically a useless model. Like I said, I could Finders Keepers this extract off Shang, but then I think I just make it easier for my opponent to retrieve the extract. They'd rather just have it on Shang. Toad's also just injured, so there's not really... I don't really want to walk him over to the blue marble point, because like Iron Fist or Drax or Rescue, whatever, can go through the portal and like mess with him. So we're just going to put him here and backstop and just be like, whatever. Toad's kind of a wasted character now. So yeah, see, he still can't Heroes for Hire this Toad. So again, the plan is to one-shot this Toad. We can go through the portal with blue marble and still shoot him. In fact, we can shoot to like Iron Man or Sam, trying to avoid Heroes for Hire. So I had pre-measured range 4 to Toad, and you can go through the portal and range 4 shoot Toad. He's trying to body block that landing with Iron Fist, which I think that's a really clever play. I just don't think it's possible. I think there's just too many landing zones to get value out of that. But again, it's like, I don't know what else you're doing. I mean, honestly, I probably would just send Iron Fist through the portal and punch Echo. Try to make power. The faster Iron Fist gets Suspender online, the more pressure you can build. Yeah, so I think the body block Iron Fist probably needed to be more on the edge of this awning here. And he doesn't have Heroes for Hire on Toad now, which is really good for me. So I don't even have to worry about that. Granted, he can Slippery if he lives, so I do have to consider that. But then he would have to like hit the Power Yahtzee or something to be able to Slippery and have Heroes online. Yeah, so there's really nowhere to body block here. This is too much. There's too much space. I'm gonna hold blue marble's activation because he has a throw. If I make power off the attack, and plus, I mean, if I just roll a skull, I go to 3 power. I guess I have to do a damage because of taking the portal, but he'll be able to throw something off an objective, and we can keep scoring close. So again, Echo's going to activate because she doesn't have any displacement. I am just going to shoot 4 dice into this Toad. The thing is, if he goes from where I'm at, if he doesn't die, then he slipperies. If he doesn't die and he doesn't slippery, then I just go into him. He doesn't have Heroes for Hire, and he can't really leave the secures because then he loses the bonus VP. So it's kind of like if I killed him anyway. So he's kind of stuck. So, and plus, Echo's gun ignores cover here, so we just shoot through the cart. Worst case, I don't kill him, and I'll just walk back to the secure. So, not a huge deal. We kind of just like pressure him to make decisions. Maybe dice work out for us. So we take the portal, gonna shoot Toad. He doesn't get cover, which is great. Especially since Heroes for Hire is offline now. Echo rolls like a queen. So we got 5 on it. Toad blocks 1, dies. Let's go. Trumped the Hawkeye. So now things get like really crazy for me, right? So Echo still has another action. So now we're just gonna go get this thing. And we would like to be within range 2 of a secure. So I'm gonna see if we can get in range 2 of where Doctor Strange is, so that we can score the bonus CP. That way I'm not in his pile of models here. So this is where, like, man, I just think Echo's so much better than Zemo. Zemo can't do any of this. Like, he would. If he plays Baron, then he can go through the portal and charge. But, like, if he doesn't kill Toad, then he can't make another attack. And, yeah, plus, like, he doesn't have Wall Crawler. Like, it's crazy. So, he has a Sam trigger. Me pre-measuring this is, like, so we pick up Doctor Strange and put the range 2. So, yeah, this definitely looks into me. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we'll put the extract there, and we'll have Echo go grab it. Obviously, me pre-measuring this gives away what I'm going to do now. So, and he has a Sam leadership trigger. So, again, smart player, Huggy, smart player is looking to body block me. I don't know if he can. Maybe. It's really tight. So he ends up putting himself there. Yeah, Echo can get in on a pixel. Just gonna place there. That's more than a pixel. But yeah, so we'll pick that up. And we get range 2 on the thing, and we pick up the thing. So this is like dream scenario for me, right? After the disastrous Toad days, we actually get the revenge. Yeah, so see now like my Doctor Strange movement is like super paying off, right? Because all my characters are now here. Granted, I don't have the portal, but like in hindsight, I kind of forced his Iron Fist to misplay because Iron Fist didn't do anything. If the portal wasn't here, he wouldn't have done this. So maybe the portal forced misplays on my opponent's end. It's hard to say. Yeah, so Rescue's gonna come in. She's gonna make something happen. Unfortunately, she can't really make anything happen if models are on full health or dead. So I think she's shooting Shang-Chi here. Just block all of it. She takes the... She ends up taking the stun off Iron Man. The next, since like I kind of have the secure locked up, I have 3 extracts locked up. I'm not going to interact with this Drax. Drax is not threatening at all. His best turn is like actually nothing. It's double walk. I don't think he can walk here and swing on my blue marble. And since Sam is outside of Heroes for Hire range, we're just going to shoot him and just try to put damage into Sam, because killing Sam is like his most valuable piece. If I'm able to just like take Sam off the table, things get way easier. And there's really no reason for me to like go through the portal or anything like that. So yeah, I didn't really get much value on my portal this game. That's okay. Makes me think that like, even is this list even bad even if portals is banned? I don't know. Yeah, so no Heroes for Hire on Sam here is really good. Again, no sacrifice also helps a ton. So we're just gonna take the free shot with blue marble. Actually, okay, I'm taking the portal so I can maybe get a double tap. Yeah, if dice go like super well, maybe I shoot him again. Or I can like, you know, walk throw him or something. All right, just gonna shoot him. He ends up adding dice here. I forgot a soul gem power on Strange here, I think. He ends up blocking amazingly, so I don't do anything. We roll no skulls. 1 skull is 2 power right now, no skulls. So that was just horrendously bad. We're just gonna walk back on this point since Drax can't like stop me, and I want the bonus VP. Yeah. Just gonna hedge up as much as possible here. Eyeballing looks like Drax can't swing on me, but maybe I get ranged here on Doctor Strange so I can get defensive buffs online. All right, so my Echo should be activated. All he has left is Drax. Again, Drax can't really do much. I parked that closer than I thought. It looks really close. So he walks up. I mean, you're not doing anything with also Drax. You might as well see if you're in. So he ends up being out by a little bit, which is helpful for me. Yeah, I would rather like not have my blue marble get thrown off the point. I probably would have to like indom or something. Actually, it's probably fine. So yeah, he's just gonna walk Drax back there. I honestly like don't really hate the line where Drax stands next to blue marble on this point because the VPs are the same, but the difference is you at least have something to attack with Drax instead of him just like standing around. So I end up scoring 6 here because I have 3 extracts. I get the bonus VP, and then I have 2 secures. So it's like a huge comeback turn for me. He ends up only scoring 3. Drax is 3 VPs just straight up. So, but yeah, like none of his models are on secures, which is like it's so good for me. So I have priority. I'm anticipating a survival on Hawkeye, which ends up happening. So again, I'm still gonna, nothing is like super threatening. I don't want to interact with Iron Fist because I don't want to turn his spender on. Sam still doesn't have Heroes for Hire range, so he's just like super vulnerable. I can't hurt the Hawkeye, so I'm just gonna rip Strange into Sam because I got 2 damage I can heal off. We can probably spender. We just get free value. Maybe we daze Sam or something like that. Nobody else on my team is like really that threatened. So yeah, we're just gonna drop the builder into Sam and see what happens. Maybe he pays a bunch of power for dice boost, which gives me soul gem power. He could boost the rescue also, but I think he's saving it for the beam, which I think is smart. So roll pretty horribly. Gonna reroll this because it's like horrendously bad roll. Ends up being slightly better. I end up doing 1 damage here. I at least get the hex. So I get the hex and the 1 damage puts me on 6 power. So now if I spender into Sam, roll the shield, I will be able to heal myself. But even if I can't heal myself, it's not a big deal because Strange activated. If he dazes, he dazes. It's fine. I got my activation. So spender is definitely more important. Looking at a push here, kind of keep him in 3 so I can Crimson Bands him. But Echo's kind of like blocking anything that looks good, so I'll just leave him there. Okay, gonna Crimson Band Sam. The bright side is Sam and Rescue can't add dice here because it's a Mystic attack. Sam's also hexed, so at a minimum we get the stagger. Maybe we get the activate. Maybe we kill him. We will see. So I actually roll the activate and the shield, which is really good for me. I do 3 damage here. Gonna keep this roll even though he's alive on 1 because honestly, not dazing the model but activating it is actually kind of insane because then I like don't trigger the Sam leadership and he's on 1 for later. He would have to like activate rescue right now, which I think is like pretty low impact activation when your Sams can't even activate. And I don't give him the Sam trigger to actually impact me next turn. So yeah, so Sam's gonna get activated here, and I'm gonna spend 3 and heal myself because I got a power for rolling a shield. So pretty awesome Strange activation, everything considered. I like healed off this 5 damage that Iron Man put into me. Again, the Iron Fist Spender's not online. Like his most threatening model is like Hawkeye, and honestly the Rescue Beam. Rescue Beam is actually kind of crazy here. I totally forgot about that. So he's gonna Rescue Beam here. Actually, this is a 5 dice triage into I think Shang, or maybe it was Rescue. I don't know. Is no damage. No damage. I rolled. It's on Shang. I rolled a skull. I get a power from the sample, so I get cover on this cart. Yeah, so he's gonna beam here. The first attack is being declared into Shang, which I definitely think is correct because Strange is like the last model you would want to attack because he has 0 power right now. Toad is basically a worthless model at this point, and I really like if I lose my Shang-Chi activation, I probably just lose this game. So we're gonna sack into Toad. If Toad dies, he dies. Because Toad was not originally in the beam. He was too far away. Toad blocks nothing. Rescue rolled pretty bad, so take 2 damage. We get slippery. Just gonna try to get away from this Hawkeye so he can't just like shoot me and see what happens. Even though Toad is like just mostly worthless. Okay. So the next shot I think is into Echo, which is correct. She blocks nothing. He rolls 3 on it. Rolls 2 crits though, so I get those as blocks. So I end up only taking 2 damage here. Alright, into Strange. Blocking 1. He rolls 3 on it with the stun. I decided to keep this roll because since I'm getting stunned, I'd rather just take some damage and keep my shield just to make as much power before I'm stunned. So it's fine. I'll take 2. No reason to really daze the Sam because he's not scoring anything, and I like having him on 1 so I can just daze him at will whenever I want. Really the only thing that's threatening here is still this Hawkeye. Also kind of want to just kill this Toad just to free up, just get rid of models so that he can't, I just don't have to chase as much. And like, I could send Echo into Hawkeye here. The problem is that like, if I don't kill him, I give Hawkeye easy access to just like daze my Echo and take her thing. If I get 1 tap, he can take the thing and hook onto a point. So, don't really want to deal with that. Okay, so here comes Avengers Assemble. So he's going to get the Sam into Heroes for Hire and get this Hawkeye out of here so that I can't just like kill him. Yeah, so Hawkeye is just like way too far away for me to mess with right now. It's just not worth going after him. So Sam's going to get on this point. He's in Heroes for Hire now, which is good for him. Doesn't look like he can be on the point and be outside of range for blue marbles. And I think he just accepts his fate. I'm assuming he doesn't Heroes for Hire, sorry, assemble Iron Man because Friday AI. Again, stun being pretty relevant here from earlier. I would have assembled Iron Fist. Because you at least, like, assemble jump kick is just a trade on power. So, like, maybe you get double cheese strikes. So, I probably would have assembled Iron Fist here. But okay, so I'm gonna play Echo because she's my most vulnerable model. Definitely want to get my value out of her if she goes down. Hawkeye's too far away, so we're just gonna look at going into Toad. See, this Toad's still. This is what I'm saying. He needed to assemble this Iron Fist so he could actually Heroes for Hire here. But I don't know. Do you want to burn Heroes for Hire on Toad? That's not super valuable. It's hard to say. I think I was even fine if he wanted to burn Heroes for Hire to like save the Toad. That way I don't have to keep thinking about it. So Echo's on 4 power. She could. I basically only still get 1 attack in Toad. He can like boost with Rescue. Maybe he takes 1, Slippery's away. So if I charge Gunshot, I go to 3 power and then Spender. But like he's not gonna be next to me. So like I really want to Spender so that I can get back onto the objective. Because she gets a medium walk from that. So we're gonna do Echo walk here, and then we're gonna Spender and walk back to walk back next to Strange. So we get 6 dice into Toad. Roll not great. I ends up taking 2. No skulls, so no power refund. My medium walk happens before his slippery. There isn't really a way for me to... I'm measuring on the prowl to see if I can get stealth. I value stealth pretty highly right now because of Hawkeye. So it doesn't look like I could stand there and get stealth, so I end up going on the other side. Yeah, we're going to give Iron Man range 3. That's fine. If he wants to, like, attack my rescue, he can do that. I have a lot of defense dice boosting right now with, like, this the secure plus Strange. And again, like, funnily enough, I'm just, like, not killing models. So, like, he's not getting SAM leaderships I don't have to worry about. So, all right, we'll just call it good with that go. We do get a Hex on Toad randomly. He ends up slipping over to his point. That's fine. Okay, so now it's time for Hawkeye to activate. He's declaring a shot into Shang. He doesn't need to trick arrow. He has line of sight. I don't have cover anyways, so... figuring out how I can add dice here to protect my Shang. I feel pretty good about the amount of dice boosting I have to not die to this Hawkeye unless he just like goes crazy. Definitely gonna boost fully into this first shot because the worst case scenario is Hawkeye one-taps me and then he hook arrows to take the thing and then walks away and I have to chase him. The best case is obviously not dying, but like the second best case is he doesn't kill me in his first attack, kills me in the second attack, and then he has to like hook arrow and grab the thing and I know where he is. He's close to me. I can actually like retrieve it. So we're just gonna go all in on preventing the first attack from being good. So Strange is going to buy 2 dice. Echo's going to buy 1 on the secure. So we'll go up to what? Defense 6. Roll fine on it. No damage. So he opts to slow me. I think this is really smart. I think a lot of people would use shock here. But this really limits Shang's ability to play the rest of the table, which is something that's really valuable right now for him. So yeah, now that he's done no damage into Shang, it's like, do you make the other attack into Shang? Like, you have to be like insanely optimistic. Like, Strange probably dice boosts you, and you probably don't get anything done. So he's gonna hook arrow and try to fight this Toad. See, whereas like, if I didn't invest in this attack and this first attack was good, he definitely just shoots my Shang again, right? But now I've kind of forced him to pivot. He's gonna shoot Toad. I mean, it's like, I'm measuring a soul gem here on Trick Arrow. I'm out. So like, I could add dice on Toad. I might as well. Maybe I could keep him. So I only block 1. I'm dead. But yeah, Toad is just, after he got one shot in round 1, he's basically just been useless this game, which is fine. So I'm measuring, like, having this Shang go into Hawkeye. I'm slowed. I get reminded of that. But we can, like, climb, charge, punch, flow back, and get the bonus VP anyways, so that's on the table. So I've got... I'm not sure why I didn't pass here. I think I was maybe afraid that, like, Iron Fist goes to the portal, punches Blue Marvel, and, like, activates me. So I end up taking my Blue Marvel activation. I end up shooting the Sam. He's on 1. Maybe I can get rid of him next round. But like, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it really matters a whole lot. I just rolled terribly. No damage, no skulls. We get a stun. He didn't even boost, so obviously he's expecting to die, right? So, alright, we'll shoot him again. Still no damage and no skulls. Maybe the worst Blue Marvel activation I've ever had. So, yeah, we got a stun. I think I was also worried about Ricochet Blast, right? Like, he could If Sam's alive, he can Ricochet Blast. Alright, so he Finders Keepers the extract off Drax. I think it's a good play. You free up your Drax to push in. So, I have Shang. He's got 3 models. We just pass here. We just wait for him to do things. Yeah, so Drax is going to come in, try to throw this Blue Marvel off the point. Alright, block 1. He rolls 2. Gets the bleed. Still not rolling skulls for me. It's unfortunate. So I take 1. He gets a throw on line now. He's going to throw my Blue Marvel. I'm going to Indom this because he's not on this secure. Blue Marvel is. I also keep the bonus VP. Plus, like, Drax is now 0 power. He's not going to be able to throw me again anytime soon. I'm not going to really need Indom for anything else. So I'm just going to use it. Alright, so we Indom the Drax throw. It's pretty good. We get a power from the Soul Gem from the throw. So he's got Iron Fist and Sam. Sorry, Iron Fist and Iron Man. I still have Shang, so we just pass again. So his logic here is he walks Friday AI's my Blue Marvel and see what you get. Now, there's probably an angle here where you make the shot first and see if you make power, and then you see what you want to do. Because I think you even... I'm not base to base with this cactus. Like, I think you can shove me off the point. I think what he wanted, though, he wanted to push me down towards this horse so that he gets rid of the bonus VP. And to do that, he has to take the walk action first. But again, it's super dicey, right? If you walk, miss, you're no longer taking the portal. I'm not moved. I guess he could roll a wild and no damage, and I would be displaced, but still. This is a dicey line. So, boost to Friday AI. I don't get cover. I got 4 on it. I block. There's my skulls. He completely misses. So yeah, see, this is like worst case scenario for him, right? I get 2 power from Blue Marvel skulls and from Sample. He can't take the portal. I'm not displaced. Yeah, see, this is like super bad for him now. Again, like, none of his models are on secures. So, alright, now I have to play Shang. The fact that, like, none of his models are on secures, I, like, don't really have to go anywhere. I can just afford to go get value. Maybe we kill this Hawkeye. Thinking about maybe, like, walk, punch Sam. Walk, charge, punch Sam, flow onto the point or something, and we score over Toad because we're healthy, but I don't really want to walk into Iron Fist and just, like, tempt his dice to do something. So don't really want to go over there. Also, just, like, I now have to deal with Hero's Fire, right? So if I fight anything over there, this Hawkeye is just, like, so out in Africa that we can just fight him without any kind of cards in play. I thought maybe we can, like, walk and charge and punch and, like, 1-inch Iron Fist off the portal, but none of that's really on the table. I'm too slow. I'm doing some quick pre-measuring, so... Alright, we're gonna do the charge. Walk, I have to climb, and then we're gonna charge and punch the Hawkeye, and then the plan is to flow like water back to get the bonus VP. Alright, roll really good. Got 5, and his 1, so he will take 4, and then he will get hexed, and we will flow back onto the into the range 2. All right, it's a fine activation. He has an Iron Fist left, so now I have to deal with Iron Fist Spender next round, which is definitely not ideal. So he declares a jump kick into Blue Marvel. I block a lot. There's my skulls. I get 2 more power. He makes a power for that. So now he's going to jump kick my Echo here. I don't have money to Strange Boost, but I can give her dice with the Secure. If she dies here, it's like a 2 VP swing, so it's not great. I really want to just, like, live out this round. Okay, so I add 1 die with Strange from the Secure. We go to 4. Not dying, thankfully. We end up only taking 1. So Iron Fist is going to place on the point. He's not going to score any VPs because I have 2 models there. So I end up scoring 6 again, the same as last round, which is pretty crazy for me. He ends up getting the 3. So it's looking really good for me now. The only downside is I have to deal with the strange, the Iron Fist activating a character. And like he can just like walk, activate Blue Marvel. So I'm probably gonna activate Blue Marvel here. He's my highest impact character. My opponent wants to like fist Shang or fist, you know, Strange or something. It's fine. The cool thing right now is that Sam is on 1 HP. So we can just Blue Marvel Spender like this entire team here. I made so much power from rolling skulls on defense, even though my attacks were abysmal. So yeah, we're just gonna walk in here and Blue Marvel Spender. He's at the Heroes for Hire online. I don't really care if he wants to burn Heroes for Hire on that. Because Sam, even if he heroes me, like Sam could die to the Rampage trigger from Blue Marvel Spender. He's on 1, so pretty safe. Ideally, it'd be nice to not hit rescue here because I'm probably not killing her, and then I just turn the beam on. But I don't think there's anywhere I can go to avoid her. I can't get on the point either. I'm just out, which is a little bit unfortunate. At least I'm not ranged to a Drax. So gonna drop the Spender. I get rescue Sam and Toad all in it. Who's going to Toad first? Because Toad's holding a thing. So roll a lot. Toad is super dead. So he drops a thing. Now, the plan is to either put this thing out in space, or ideally we can Mystic Board this thing. Unfortunately, Blue Marvel has no power. So the next best thing is to Mystic Board with Echo. She has power, Strange does not. We need to see if putting this down. Remember, Echo can play Mystic Board on Blue Marvel's turn. It's very important. So I measure this about 50 times because it's super close. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. I end up determining that it is in barely. I actually should probably find a shorthand for this. So we put the thing down as far as possible. Okay, Toad is KO'd. He gets a Sam trigger now. He's using it on Hawkeye. Take the Hex off. I think it's fine. Sam, even if Sam uses the trigger to like walk out of range 2, he's still targeted, so he's still going to get attacked by the Spender. The best he could do is get cover on it, and I don't think you're still likely to die. So you might as well take it on Hawkeye. All right, into Sam. Got 5 on it. He blocked 3, but still dead. Energy Pulse happens, which does the damage to rescue. I have no power to lose, so that doesn't happen. He's debating Drax. I think you gotta Sam trigger this Drax, right? Like he's got to get some kind of action economy here. He's opting to use it on rescue. Not really sure why. Oh, maybe you get the beam. Yeah, you can beam all my characters. Potentially, so okay. All right, so next attack and rescue. Now, if I kill her, that's crazy, but that would be optimistic. So didn't roll super great on it. Got 4. He blocks 3, takes 1. We hex her for free. Energy Pulse happens. I actually don't make power on this. Energy Pulse happens. No one to do damage to. We'll hex her for free. Echo is just barely in on the Mystic Ward. So we'll Mystic Ward that since Blue Marvel can't pick it up. And that way we basically solve our extract chasing problem. So yeah, now I'm expecting an Iron Fist Spender here. It's probably into Shang. Like, I think he can't let Shang activate. It's just too much impact. I just need Echo to not die, because she's going to take splash damage from the fist, and then I need her to just not take one. Thankfully, Strange will take a damage, and I can give her dice. So maybe the better order is like to karate chop Echo first. You force Strange to like give her a die with the secure, and then you fist Shang. All you have to do is 1 damage on the karate chop to kill her with the splash. So, but he ends up just spending Shang immediately. If I high roll, I can just throw him away, which would be crazy. If he misses. Okay, Iron Fist Spender into Shang. Gonna buy 1 die with... Actually, I'm gonna buy 1 die with Echo, because I'm not buying any dice, actually. Never mind. So he rolls 4. I block 2. All right, this is the Iron Fist 5 dicer into Echo. I end up buying dice with Strange, blocking pretty well. Strange was able to buy dice because he took a splash damage. So yeah, this is really good for me now, right? So Echo can... Shang gets activated, but Echo can go deal with this Hawkeye. If I kill this Hawkeye, I think the game is basically over. I probably should hedge more towards the saloon here, but to avoid like Drax and stuff from coming at me. But slight positioning error. Okay, charge to there. If I roll the skull, I can spender him because of sample power. Did not roll a skull, but rolled pretty okay. Get his crit, so I go to 4 into his 2, so he takes 2. Okay, gonna do 7 dicer because I didn't make 3 power. Roll not good on it, but he rolled not good either, so he dies exactly. Go Echo. Okay, so he gets a Sam trigger here. At this point, his outs are Drax has to daze Echo, pick up her thing. He's not going to be able to get the bonus VP. And then Iron Man has to daze Blue Marvel. He also has to worry about this Strange. He has a rescue beam coming up. So he's going to get Drax into position so that Drax can actually interact with Echo. Yeah, so now he's going to do a beam into Shang and Strange here. Obviously going to Shang first since Strange has no power. Rolling a triage first. Shang doesn't take any damage. He's also got cover on this. She gets to heal nobody. Gets to do the spender now. This is Shang first. I block 1, so I'm like... yeah, so that's fine. Alright, so Strange should live to this. Unfortunately, there's no dice boosting to be had. Echo rolls... Sorry, Rescue rolls really well. So yeah, that's 7. I roll to survive, block 3, still die. Pretty unfortunate. Get 1 power as I'm stunned. Definitely unlucky there. So yeah, I'm out of models now. So his out is like Drax daze Echo, and then he needs Iron Man to daze Blue Marvel. Unfortunately for him, Iron Man or Blue Marvel has cover on Iron Man. If he stays on the building. If he takes the portal, he might not even be in range. But like, he also doesn't have Friday boost because he rolled so bad last round. So he does a bunch of thinking here. That's essentially the line that the out, skipping forward. Yeah, so Drax comes in. All right, so yeah, Drax comes in. He's going to swing on Echo. I mean, I'm expecting Echo to die here, right? The only thing that needs to happen is Blue Marvel doesn't need to die, which Matt says that he doesn't. So I block 1. He ends up getting 2. No crits, so I end up dying here. But he's not range 2 of the thing, so that's good for us. Yeah, see, Mystic Ward is like crazy right now. This has been the blue marble. I block 2 because of cover. So he ends up taking no damage, so he can't even Friday the next shot. Make 2 power because of skull. Block nothing, have cover. So the most he'll have is 4. I won't die. Doesn't even, he has the wild, he must push me. But he can just push me into the cart. So he ends up taking the portal to get a VP. Can fast forward here. Yeah, so he ends up scoring 1 for Drax, 1 for Iron Man, 1 for Iron Fist, which is 3. I end up getting 2 because Blue Marble has a thing, and he also gets the bonus VP being next to the secure. I go 17. Wow. Crazy game. It's a tough game, right? I don't have... He doesn't have a lot of displacement with what he's bringing. So, like, yeah... I was able to play through. I had a lot of displacement. I think Echo being able to daze Toad there was really, really insane. I was able to play around Heroes Fire the whole game. Never got to deal with Ricochet Blast or Bird of Prey. Basically, all my cards got used super optimally. I felt really good about that. The Sam list, I think, is really cool. It just, again, you're kind of just like at the mercy of your bad attacks doing something. So, I don't know. It was fun it was a fun game. It was... Huggy's great, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Like the video if you didn't, and listen to the podcast. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.